watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 Breaking News.
And good morning on this Tuesday, June 18th. Thank you for choosing NewsWatch 12 Midday. I'm Jerry Howard. Our breaking news comes from Providence Health and Services Medford facilities and from Interstate 5 today. NewsWatch 12's Carlos Murrieta is at a morning crash that delayed a lot of drivers today. First, Oregon Nurses Association Union is on strike right now at Providence Medford. NewsWatch 12's Tim Quidadamo is at today's picket line, where nurses are part of Oregon's largest ever nurses strike, focused on 6 Providence locations. Tim?
Jerry, that's well put. This nurses strike, the largest in Oregon state history. And when it comes to Providence Medford, that affects nearly 400 of about 450 nurses at this hospital. Those Oregon Nurses Association represented nurses, or ONA nurses, are taking to the picket lines today. Let me step out of the way. You can see I'm along a busy East McAndrews Road right now. This is between shifts, too. The nurses who worked overnight out on the picket lines this morning, and they'll have some more nurses coming in to join them and replace them so they can go about their day in a timely manner. And it follows a 10-day notice that ONA gave to Providence as both parties prepared for the strike. Providence says it hired replacements for its Medford Hospital and other medical facilities. The strike follows days of negotiations with ONA earlier this month for 6 Providence locations at centralized mediation a couple of weeks ago. And they've been negotiating for months. Nurses saying they've worked without a contract since late March. And Nurse Dan Richmond cited the nurses' code for patient care as his call to today's picket line.
Be able to carry out, our promise to patients in this community. Know me, care for me, ease my way. And it's very hard to recruit and retain and to carry out that promise and do a good job caring for our community when our nurses have to make so many sacrifices for this multi-billion-dollar company.
I think it's important for the public to know that we have exceptional nurses at Providence, those that are on the picket line and those that are working in the hospital.
Along with Richmond, you also just heard from Providence Chief Executive Christopher Pizzai and about some of the nurses that are temporarily working. This strike is set to last for 3 days for ONA members, which include about 400 of Providence's 444 nurses at this Medford campus. The union also represents other healthcare workers. It says it's willing to continue negotiations during the strike. Providence says they're waiting for a counteroffer from the nurses union. Now, Providence last made an offer on Friday, June 7th, that they say would increase nurses' wages about $17,000 to $22,000 in that first year, depending on how long a nurse has been working in the system. And ONA denied that proposal. Again, Providence waiting for a counter proposal, so it does not look like that Providence officials will come out to the picket line and restart negotiations until they get a counter proposal from ONA. We'll have more coverage coming up later on NewsWatch 12 midday, and we'll have a live Q&A with an ONA nurse who is on the picket lines today. But for now, from the picket line, Tim Quidadamo, NewsWatch 12.